Well, I guess I need to send Joel Myers Jr. a Christmas card because he did us a major favor in the heat race. Saturday, August 17th, we are getting loaded up to go to Putnamville. Ashley's getting birthday cake ready for Maddie's birthday tomorrow. We're pretty excited about that. So we're gonna go see if we can win a sprint car race to kick off Maddie's birthday tonight. Got old Blue hooked up. Maxine is patiently waiting to go in the box. Got some sweet new Kaiser wheels. Thanks, Wade. What do we think? We getting close to ready?
Well, you need to do a swipe through the shop.
Hi, Bubba. Nick's doing some work. Do a sweep through, make sure we got everything we need, but we're getting ready to go to Putnamville with the Maverick Series tonight, and feeling like we ought to be able to give them a pretty good run for it. Well, we're here at the Lincoln Park Speedway. This is a classic Indiana bull ring. Back in the 90s, this place was super tough for weekly Indiana 410 non-wing racing. They run Saturday nights. It's a Saturday night. We got the Lincoln Park 410 sprint cars, so the wingless cars with us tonight. We've got the 305 wing cars, and they've made some improvements to the facility. It's not a bad place. Pretty good sized grandstand. They've got some new pit buildings and concessions and stuff, but it's the same quarter mile that it's always been. I've won one race here back in the day, non-wing. Used to get really rough. We used to joke that they were bringing the excitement of supercross and sprint car racing together, but it's been better. It's got like a nice progressive bank. You see it's really flat on the bottom, and I'm not sure the camera catches it, but it banks up steeper and steeper toward the top. Like a lot of racetracks, I think they may have cut a little bit out of the very tippy top, but it usually builds a curb, and it makes for some pretty good racing. We'll see if we can't get the old Lamb Excavating Diamond Equipment Dirt Perfect Skills USA Ground to Glory 77 rocking and rolling tonight. Nick, you gonna wander out there and probe it, or are you gonna?
I'm taking it in right now.
Take it in?
Yeah.
Not muck the trailer out too bad?
I'm trying to wonder if the track tires get pushed out a bit.
I think they do push them out a little bit, but they'll let you run a pretty short pattern around the bottom if you want.
Flat. Flat as it gets.
But yeah, good old Lincoln Park Speedway. Got a sweet pit spot.
Big quantity of cars, we got good quality cars in there. Right now we're around 18. All these corners right here, if you're on this road, you can turn right here. If you're on the second row or third row, you are correct. You are correct. Calls Brownsburg Indian. Home buddy is a native of Colorado Springs, Colorado.
There we go. Come on, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, come on. Come on, go.
Should be 11.244.
Non-wing, then wing, then 305. So we gotta do 305, heat race for that. Where did we end up? Six. Track just got better and better. So
Yeah, I don't know if it got better, but it definitely guys got rolling around there a little better.
Well, you made the right decision by the second lap, because T-Mez did the same thing. He went in there, jumped out of the holes, had to feather it on the far side. You did the same thing, and you came around and you went higher up and then swept that corner, and I was like screaming, and yeah, you did the right thing.
Yeah, he was screaming.
Well, you made the right
I think
decision.
I should have been higher yet. Alright, well, qualifying's over. We went 6 quick. We were second car out to qualify. I found a big hole getting into 3 on the first lap and moved up, and it was better. But the other guys were just better yet. Hot laps, the track was really greasy, so I didn't have any sort of read on where our car was at or what to do. And I wish I had some laps at speed, because I feel like I could have driven the car harder, but I just didn't really know where the limit was, and probably left some on the table. It's okay. We'll start, I believe, pole of the 3rd heat, and if we can get a good start and win that heat race, we should get in the dash, which gives us as good a chance as if we were quick time. So, got to do it the little bit harder way, but we'll give her heck.
12 and 3/8 is what the chart shows. We were 12 and 3/4 at the start, but then
Is it one that we run, or is it a new one?
there hasn't been any sight all the way. The one that started the cycle.
Because I was going in and kind of setting it sideways, and I felt like it was hanging. guess I need to send Joel Myers Jr. a Christmas card because he did us a major favor in the heat race. Didn't get a very good start, and then he drove past all of us and won, so that put me back to being the fastest qualifier to finish in the top 4 since he was both the fastest qualifier in the heat race and won. So we just drew for the dash. We're going to start outside the front row. 5 laps. The way we finish is the way we start the feature. I don't know if we're actually going back on one of our changes for sure. And we're going to have the race car driver go out and let her rip. So we'll see where we end up, but kind of got a Christmas present, and now we got to try to open it up and take advantage of
it. 6 laps to distance. This will determine our starting lineup, at least partially so. 9 of the new track record holder. Second lap, and it was the rest of go.
Running our optimization.
We've got the, yeah. I don't want to pull the right rear end because I feel like the holes and stuff are there. I don't want to move the left rear out because I feel like it might not get in and it might end up stood up.
After those crazy slicks for some reason outside in line. If you think it's a little light on the nose, you don't want another light. But you got to be able to still get the thing turned into the corner. You can't be like, how does it track pretty good down the trail?
Yeah, it will unless you get the tires spinning. Like, yeah, right.
Indiana 77, that's Jeff Dodge, alongside the 46 here from Santa Rosa, California. That sounds familiar? That's Joel Myers Jr. Back to Lincoln Park. There you go in the back straightaway. An opportunity to see the aerodynamics, the downforce, the speed of the wing sprint cars. And now your time, ladies and gentlemen, on your feet to salute them. They come from your
we done or no?
We don't know. He didn't tell us.
I thought they just hit that hole bottomed out and started me out.
Well, it's been raining since the fucking got that with a rock. That would be straight now.
Myers, that's how I have it. The official scores are.
All right, good. So Thomas came down after we won the dash, and that means absolutely nothing. And I look out after the feature and see the Dub Zero parked on the front stretch, and I come down to be like, hey, you got your first win, and what happened?
I was P2. We were one spot short, but we did have a pretty good night. And I didn't know if I was supposed to park out on the front stretch, and I'm just really going for that extra limelight, you know, so I just went for it.
Well, you'll have to check out Timez TV. I'm sure he's probably gotten on board if it wasn't completely plastered by that point.
Yeah.
And we can see how Mr. Nada, was it Nada they got you?
Yeah, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
he's pretty good. It's tough. You get to lap cars, and the lap car was kind of just hard to read, and then boom, I'm racing for the lead again. I'm like, you know.
So Thomas, we're walking away, and I'm like, hey, we'll see you at Bloomington, and you're like, no, why?
So, Bloomington isn't always my favorite place, but I had some guys in Europe ask me if I wanted to drive their race car, right? And so I thought, you know, I got my YouTube channel, thought this might help my YouTube channel, and I'm not always good at Bloomington. Fact of the matter is, I've won at every single track in Indiana except for Bloomington. So you know, I don't have any love for it. So anyways, yeah, going to the UK to run a stock car with like a full contact stock car.
Like roller derby with race cars, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's full contact. I have some friends that come over here and watch the non-wing stuff, and they told me I shouldn't do it because I'll get a concussion. And he said guys wear like full padding and everything. I'm hoping I'm fast enough to run away from them all, but
Bring some shoulder pads.
how many times do you ever get to pit maneuver somebody?
I mean, not often. In a sprint car.
Never. I've always wanted to pit maneuver somebody, and it's legal over there. So I'm pretty excited. It gets to go to the UK, have a little bit of fun. They're going to let me bring my girlfriend, and I got a couple days off, so I get to go to London, Manchester. I found out that the Isle of Man is a ferry ride away. Now my mind's blown. I'm like, okay, do I go to the Isle of Man for a day?
Rent a bike,
Go cruise around the island,
I think
man?
given your background, you better.
So I'm gonna sweet talk the guys in hopes that I can come back next year, because I'm like, okay, I can go to Abbey Road, I can go to London. Isle of Man is really high up on my priorities, but I just don't know what I want to do. So, but I am excited. I get to go to the UK, get to go do a little bit of racing, and mainly because of the YouTube channel. So, hey, thank you for watching Jeff's channel and any of the channels, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
And,
good job on the heat on the dash win.
Yeah,
you know,
that and a buckle by a coat. But
there you go.
I don't know. We've got some speed. We just gotta have a race car driver.
Well, you got to qualify good. You did that. Put yourself in a good spot in the heat race. Got through to the dash, and you did everything you needed to.
Did what we needed to do. Just didn't put it all together. So
it's tough when they get bouncing.
yeah,
You know, like they just even
There's
well,
a big hole getting into 3.
yeah.
Tonight was a little bit of an old school Putnamville.
It was very old school Putnamville.
Except the whoop section was in 1 and 2 instead of 3 and 4.
I couldn't convince these guys. I said, we need to go stiffer bars. And he's like, oh, we don't want to lose drive off the corner, you know. And it's a team over here. So I don't call the shots. We all agree. And we either agree or we don't, you know. And so then right before the feature, I talked him into going half bar higher, you know. And it was good, you know. It wasn't. It's so, you know, the whether softer is more drive or stiffer, it's really to each their own, you know.
Man, the way these tires are, I've started to question everything I thought I knew.
Yeah, and then you just got to start throwing stuff at it and seeing if it, you know.
Like, we put a 15 in the right rear at Peevely, and other than feeling like I was rolled up, I didn't feel like it drove any harder than the quarter.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, because you weren't. That's Jack Yaley. If I bury this tire into the ground, it's going to grip it up. And, you know, if you put 50s in it over inches, you know, you're going to get that. And that's what he would do. He'd 50s down the right side, quarters down the left side, and it'd go in and just go, gah! And on the tracks that you had banking, the thing was so good. But we didn't always have that, you know, so.
Well, have fun in the UK. Don't smear yourself on a road somewhere on the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
But, and try to bring your Hans guys.
Yeah, I'll bring the Hans for sure. Hey, good to see you again.
Likewise, racing's freaking hard sometimes. Tonight was a night of good, bad, and ugly. Not real ugly, but a little ugly. We ended up winning the dash, which was cool. So that started us on the pole for the feature. I'm struggling to get starts. I didn't get a good start on the start of the feature. Joel Myers Jr. got me on the start. Came down the backstretch first lap, plugged it through a big hole, car bottomed out, spun out. Thankfully everybody missed us. So we went back to the back and drove back up to 9th. I think at the end of the race, we were probably the fastest car on the racetrack once I kind of found what worked. But it's frustrating because we have a fast car. The Lamb Excavating, Diamond Equipment, Dirt Perfect, Skills USA, Ground to Glory 77 is darn fast. And I'm just not putting nights together, so it's tough, but all you can do is come back and try again at the next one. Definitely thank you to all of our partners. Thank you to Nick and my dad for coming out and spinning the wrenches and working hard on it. Thanks to you, Aaron and Jacob, for coming out and running cameras like we have a pretty cool little team, and I'm proud that we're making progress and we have speed, but man, I just want us to get that breakthrough moment and get to go have that taste of victory that I think everybody deserves. So we'll try again here in 2 weeks at Bloomington and see if we can't do it there. In the meantime, we had a bit of a rain delay in the middle of the feature, so we got a lot of washing to do this week before we come back to do it again. So thanks for watching Ground to Glory. If you're not already, make sure that you like and subscribe, and we'll hope to see you in the next one.